They are longing to reach out to you, not with a casual word or an empty gesture, but with a message that carries the weight of their heart. They want to speak to you in a way that matters, in a way that reaches deep into your soul. And yet, they hesitate. Their greatest fear is that you have moved on from them for good. The angels lean close, urging you to pause for a moment and imagine this scene. You receive an unexpected message from someone you once shared everything with: hopes, laughter, struggles, and dreams. At first, you might feel surprise, perhaps even disbelief. But slowly, you realize that this message is like discovering a piece of your heart you didn't even know had gone missing. Now, shift your perspective and imagine them, the person on the other side of this story. They sit with their thoughts, summoning every ounce of courage they possess. They wrestle with the fear of rejection, carrying the burden of words they never said, moments they never explained, and feelings they never voiced. To them, reaching out is not about stirring up pain or reopening wounds. It's about the possibility of healing them. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the hope that, even after years or miles or silence, two people can find their way back to one another and begin again. Within this possibility lies so much more than a reunion. There is the chance for forgiveness that softens the hardest of memories, for laughter to be rediscovered in shared stories, for conversations left unfinished to finally find their conclusion. There are opportunities for untold chapters to be written, new moments to be added to the old ones you once treasured. This is not merely about the past, it is also about what could still be. And so the question naturally arises: how does the thought of such a moment make you feel? Do you feel a curious pull in your heart? A touch of apprehension? Or perhaps a quiet spark of excitement at the possibility of a door reopening? Whether this person was once your romantic partner, a close friend, or someone else whose presence once shaped your life, they have been absent from your world for some time. Yet their thoughts often circle back to you. They imagine what it would be like to rebuild the bond you once shared, to step across the gap created by time and distance. But hesitation grips them. They fear that you have permanently closed that chapter, that your life has moved in a direction where they no longer belong. The angels remind you that it takes tremendous courage to even consider reconnecting after a long separation. Time apart is not just marked by silent days and missed opportunities, it is also filled with personal growth, changes in perspective, and transformations in both hearts. The distance, while daunting, can also create space for greater understanding and maturity. And the fact that they are entertaining this thought, despite the risks, speaks to the deep significance of the connection you once shared. Time has passed, seasons have changed, yet something about your bond has remained steadfast in their memory. The silence did not erase it. Instead, it lingered, quietly woven into the background of their life. And isn't it beautiful to be remembered? To know that somewhere in the wide tapestry of human experience, someone still holds a piece of you, tenderly, carefully, keeping it safe among the most cherished corners of their heart. Life has a way of parting people, even when there is no bitterness between them. Circumstances can shift like tides: new jobs, new cities, changing responsibilities, and unexpected turns. Paths that once ran parallel can diverge without warning. In many cases, the separation is not chosen out of anger or hurt, but simply happens as the natural unfolding of life. Yet for some, absence makes the heartache all the more. And for this person, time has only deepened the longing to reconnect with you. They think back on moments you shared, not only the joyful ones, though those shine brightly, but also the times you brought them strength, comfort, or calm in a world that often felt uncertain. They remember the sound of your laughter, the way you understood them without needing many words, the trust that formed between you over time. These are not small memories, they are the kind that shape a person and linger in the quiet spaces of their mind. And still, even with all this longing, fear keeps them from acting. They worry that their reaching out might feel like an intrusion. They wonder if your heart has changed, if the life you have built since then no longer has space for them. They consider the possibility that you may have left this connection behind for reasons they cannot see. This hesitation is not born from a lack of desire, it is rooted in the vulnerability of opening themselves up to the unknown. To reach out means risking disappointment or even rejection. And yet, this willingness to risk is also what makes the idea so deeply human and sincere. Now, the moment turns towards you. You two stand at a kind of crossroads. How do you truly feel about revisiting a relationship that once brought you joy, understanding, and perhaps even love? Are you curious about what has changed? Hopeful about what could be restored? Or cautious, aware of the reasons you once stepped apart? Your guardian angels wish you to understand something important. This is not just their decision. It is yours as well. The power to change this story lies in your hands too. The angels and the universe together are offering you an invitation, not a demand, to open your heart and mind to the possibility of bridging the gap between the past and the present. A single choice, small as it may seem, can alter the path of your life in unexpected ways. Imagine the healing, the closure, or the new joy that could emerge simply from being open to contact, or from extending it yourself. Imagine the peace that could come from finally saying the words you never had the chance to speak, or hearing the ones you've been waiting for. Even if the connection does not become what it once was, there is beauty in giving it the chance to transform into something new. Reaching out is an act of hope. It is also a quiet declaration of belief that human connections are resilient, that hearts can grow and still find their way back to each other. Relationships, like life, are not static, they shift, evolve, and sometimes surprise us. This is your chance to reflect on the journey you and this person have taken apart, and to envision what a renewed bond might look like now that both of you have walked separate paths. Some of the most profound connections are the ones that endure trials, time apart, misunderstandings, or distance, and still find their way home. By embracing this opportunity, you open the door to conversations long delayed, questions that have lingered in the air, and answers that can only be found through renewed dialogue. You also open the door to sharing the growth you've each experienced, to exploring your bond from a wiser, more mature perspective. The universe often works in ways we cannot fully see, weaving events and encounters into patterns that only make sense when we look back. Sometimes, it places people in our path again, right when we are ready for them. Your angels encourage you to pause and reflect on what reconnecting might truly mean for you. Think about the memories you shared and the bond you once cherished. Consider whether you feel ready to allow those echoes of the past to become part of your present life. And if your heart answers yes, if you find yourself yearning for their presence, then perhaps you don't have to wait for them to be the one to act. Maybe you can take the first step. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be as simple as a friendly message, a short note, or even a quick call. Sometimes, the smallest gesture is enough to break the silence and rekindle something that has been waiting quietly to return. And so, your angels wish to close this message with a prayer. Lord, as they stand at this crossroads of past and present, grant them clarity and courage. Help them to embrace the beauty that exists in vulnerability and the power of human connection. Guide them as they remember the moments they once shared and consider the possibility of rebuilding bridges thought long lost. May they find the strength to extend a hand of friendship, or to welcome it warmly if offered. May this decision, whatever it may be, bring them peace, growth, and light. Amen. The choice, in the end, is yours. No matter what you decide, know this: every reunion holds the possibility of renewed happiness, of treasured memories returning to warm your heart, and of discovering that sometimes, the people we thought were gone from our story still have a chapter left to write.